The movie begins with Drasa waking up in a forest and shooting a man as he steps off a plane. Meanwhile, former Marine Levi wakes from a nightmare and later gets a text, summoning him to a Marine Corps base. There, Agent Bartholomew offers him a job in Lithuania, knowing he has no family or friends. Drasa visits her father's grave on the anniversary of her mother's death. Her father, diagnosed with terminal cancer, says he will take his own life on February 14th to reunite with his wife. In September, Levi wakes up on a plane after being sedated. A soldier confiscates his belongings and tells him they are entering a no-fly zone. He jumps from the plane, lands safely, and begins a long trek. After days of hiking, he reaches a massive gorge and meets JD, a soldier stationed there for a year. JD takes Levi to the West Tower, a self-sufficient outpost. Across the gorge is the East Tower, but contact is forbidden. The area is surrounded by landmines and cloaking devices to keep it hidden. Levi's job is to patrol the gorge's western edge, maintain gun turrets, and check security systems. The only connection to the outside world is a monthly radio check-in. There is a panic button activating the stray dog protocol, but JD does not know what it does, only that Levi should run if it ever activates. JD explains the gorge's history. In the late 1940s, 3 battalions on horseback entered to eliminate something inside, but none returned. Now the mission is containment. The creatures within, called Hollow Men, can be heard screeching at night. JD leaves via helicopter but is shot in the head mid-air, his body discarded. A month later, Levi has settled into his routine, patrolling, maintaining systems, and checking in via radio, where the voice only asks if everything is fine before hanging up. One day, he spots movement at the East Tower and sees Drasa cutting wood. She notices him, but ignores him. One stormy night, Levi wakes from a nightmare, accidentally breaks a glass and steps on it. While cleaning his foot, he sees Drasa watching him. When he looks back, she quietly goes to bed. A month later, Drasa celebrates her birthday alone. To entertain her, she shoots a gun to get Levi's attention and asks for his name. Levi reminds her they are not supposed to talk, but she ignores him, introduces herself, and says she can do what she wants on her birthday. Amused, Levi shares his name and raises a toast. Drasa then plays music and dances, inviting Levi to join, but he declines, claiming he's a bad dancer but a great sniper. They start a shooting game, playfully hitting each other's bottles. Suddenly, Drasa spots movement in the gorge, tree-like humanoid creatures climbing the walls. Levi shoots one, triggering a landmine that takes down several others. They work together, using machine guns and explosives to kill the creatures. One reaches Drasa's balcony, but she shoots and kicks it off. More creatures climb up, leading to a fierce battle. An explosion sends metal flying, injuring Drasa. Eventually, they eliminate all the creatures. The next morning, Drasa, tending to her wound, tells Levi this was her best birthday ever. Levi repairs the damaged defenses, but sees a drone emerging from the gorge and disappearing into the sky. In December, Levi decorates a forest tree with lights for Christmas and leaves a sign for Drasa. They grow closer, building snowmen, playing chess, and making music with pots. On February 14th, Levi finds Drasa crying over a family photo. She admits she's struggling and wishes he were with her. Wanting to comfort her, Levi builds a special device. He fires a rocket across the gorge, which embeds into a tree, revealing a rope. Drasa secures it while Levi slides across, though he gets stuck halfway. Wearing gloves, he grips the rope and makes it to her tower, presenting her with flowers. She laughs, teasing him about his smell and gives him fresh clothes. During dinner, they discuss their past as mercenaries and how it affected them. Later, they dance, leading to something more intimate. As Levi slides back to his tower, Hollow Men trigger a landmine, causing an explosion that cuts the rope. He falls but opens his parachute. Drasa grabs weapons and a parachute and then jumps after him. She lands in a river, loses the auto-ascender, and barely makes it to shore. Levi, unconscious in a tree, wakes up as a monster approaches. He shoots while freeing himself, but falls into what looks like mud, actually a creature's mouth. It traps him, but Drasa arrives just in time, shooting the creature and rescuing him. As they try to return, two hollow men on tree-like horses attack. Drasa kills one, while Levi shoots the other and his horse. Realizing they are stuck without the auto-ascender, they follow the river, hoping for an exit. Levi inspects the dead rider's old military uniform, confirming the hollow men are the lost battalions from legend. Deeper in the forest, they find hundreds of skeletons and reach an abandoned town covered in mutated plants. Hearing screeches, they hide inside a church, where they find skeletons in the pews. Levi smells cyanide, realizing the townspeople poisoned themselves rather than continue living there. Drasa spots a giant spider leaping at her and pushes it away but falls, where another spider attacks. She stabs it while Levi shoots two more. More spiders swarm them and they fire rapidly. Drasa runs out of bullets, so Levi covers her as she reloads. As they head for the door, hollow men break in, forcing them to fight both threats at once. Drasa slams a creature's head onto a table, causing the spiders to attack it. Levi struggles in close combat, but manages to shoot down his enemies. Drasa fires a grenade, blasting a hole in the wall for their escape. They run through the forest, still hearing the creatures screeching. Avoiding the open area, they move closer to the gorge wall and find an old door. Inside, they discover an abandoned, plant-overrun facility. Exploring deeper, they realize it was once a military lab filled with skeletons. Drasa activates an old generator while Levi finds a tape and plays it on a projector. The film shows a scientist speaking in 1946. He explains that this community was part of a secret alliance of nations formed during World War II. They were working on biochemical missiles. However, 6 days before this recording, an earthquake hit the area, causing a chemical leak. The scientists worked non-stop to contain the toxin, but it started merging with the DNA of the plants and animals, mutating them. Short exposure to the toxin had no effect, but the longer the scientists stayed, the more it changed them too. The woman in the film lifts her shirt to reveal branches growing from her stomach. Thankfully, because the base was inside the gorge, the toxin never reached the outside world. Levi and Drasa find a computer from the late 2000s, proving experiments continued after the first accident. Levi learns the facility belongs to Dark Lake, a private military company creating super soldiers. The drone they saw was collecting samples, and the guards kept everything secret. He also discovers the Stray Dog Protocol, a nuclear bomb meant to destroy the area if there is a leak. As they prepare to leave, Levi tells Drasa the mission was worth it because he met her. They throw a smoke grenade and step out, but a hollow man's whip grabs Drasa and drags her away. She tries cutting it but crashes into a tree and drops her knife. Shooting is useless due to the rough ride. Levi follows the tracks to a facility with the nuclear bomb. Inside, the hollow man tortures Drasa by twisting a branch stuck in her stomach before pulling it out. She kicks him away, frees herself, and grabs a metal weapon. He overpowers her, and the snake in his chest attacks, but she cuts off its head. She throws the metal at him, angering him. As he chases her with a sword, she blocks with bones and sets him on fire. As he screams, Levi arrives and shoots him dead. After hugging, Levi recognizes the hollow man as the first guard from his tower. He takes the creature's sword, and they move on. They reach the first chemical leak site, filled with breathing, mutated creatures trapped in goo. As they cross a bridge, Drasa pulls a sticky root, waking the creatures. Levi cuts the roots to save her. More monsters wake up and attack. Levi fights them off but is grabbed by a goo-covered whip. Drasa throws a grenade, causing a massive explosion that sets the creatures and goo on fire. They rush up the stairs and escape. Levi and Drasa find a military jeep in an abandoned town, fix it, and drive for hours to the broken rope. Levi secures the rope, while Drasa shoots at attacking hollow men. When she runs out of bullets, they switch. As they climb the gorge wall, hollow men follow. Levi kicks one off and fights with his sword while Drasa uses an axe. A creature lands on the windshield and she knocks it off. Levi is nearly thrown off but clings to the Jeep, stabs the gas tank and sets it on fire, causing an explosion that kills the enemies but destroys the Jeep. Levi breaks his leg and Drasa helps him up. Near the top, they cut the rope, dropping the Jeep on the remaining hollow men, then climb to Drasa's tower. After treating their wounds, they agree to 5-day quarantine and plan to destroy the gorge. Levi confesses his love, and they kiss before he returns to his tower. The next day, Bartholomew, suspecting someone accessed the lab computer, orders Levi to kill the other tower's occupant. She already knows the truth from a hidden camera and sends a team to the gorge. Levi and Drasa set mines for their escape. Drasa writes, "I love you" to Levi before they see a helicopter and flee. Soldiers find the towers empty and send drones, but Levi and Drasa shoot them down, getting injured. Reaching high ground, they take sniper positions and trigger a mine explosion, wiping out enemy forces. The stray dog protocol activates and a nuclear bomb detonates. Bartholomew's helicopter is caught in the blast and crashes, killing her team. The explosion also throws Levi off a cliff into a river. Drasa escapes and hides in a cave, waiting for him. A month later, with no sign of Levi, she leaves. In France, while working as a waitress, she is shocked to see Levi at a table. He tells her he needed time to heal. They reunite with a kiss, and the movie ends here. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, share your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe to our channel for more great content. Thank you for watching.